Okay, so I started this with the Ventrue, and I'll be doing some of the Ventrue stuff before I move on. I'll do all the Ventrue. It's not going to be cut up with the other clans. The other clans will get their own videos. Now, the first thing you do is you go in here to go get your email. You're going to get some missions off the email, so you want to get it. The password is on one of the two pieces of paper to the left, and there's another. The second one there is a note from the Tremere, which is a little mini quest that gives you like 1 XP to go introduce yourself to the Tremere Regent. Also, you get where it says the opening, the game begins upon is moved. That is pretty much a reference to what chapter you are in the game. Now, I hadn't played this for a while, so I forgot. There's also a ring back there. The reason it doesn't show up while I'm looking around is because my inspection is pretty low, so I don't notice things as well. There's also a drawer here that I have forgotten in all my other characters. So there's $100, unless that's a Ventrue thing, there's $100 that I need to go get. And now it's kind of sped up because all I was doing here was listening to the radio and then watching the news. I'm going to let you discover the radio show yourself and the news as well. They are worth stopping and listening to occasionally. Because they are very funny. The advertisements are just bizarre. Now, again, I can imagine, since this is just an assigned thing, I can imagine the Ventrue getting assigned this because, oh, suddenly I'm dead. I don't have my old home. So, and they want to keep an eye on me, so they're going to put me in this crappy little dingy blah 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 place. But as far as havens for a vampire go, the wide open windows are still kind of like, yeah, that's a problem for me. The next haven you get after this, the Skyline Apartments, are much better as vampire havens go. There's no window letting in light, for one thing. Now, my Ventrue here is one of two characters that's going full dedicated melee. Some of my other characters are going to mix melee and firearms, and at least one is going to be all firearms. But the Ventrue, when she gets a gun, all she's going to do is sell it, because such things are beneath her. And that's me listening to the news. The news kind of reports on some of your what do you call it, exploits, but it generally only reports the story important ones. You don't get to hear about your exploits from the side quest, which is really unfortunate. Well, usually anyway. Sometimes there's some of the side quests do show up, like there's one later on that, though I'm not really sure it is a side quest. But anyway, moving on. So you come out, you check your mail, you check your email, you collect all the items that are left behind for you, like the 3 blood bags. Always make sure to get the 3 blood bags. You won't need them very often, but they're good to have when you, especially at those low levels, because they're basically healing and blood supply in one thing. And whenever you come out, there's this bum here and you can feed on him. Which, as a Ventrue, I probably shouldn't. Especially when I know there's this guy right here, not this guy. There's a guy standing here who you'll meet in a little bit. Who's waiting for someone to come help him with his car. Let's see if I talk to
Is there something? Yes, is there something? Waiting for that blasted tow truck I called an hour ago. I'd rather not wait another second in this part of town.
The reason why there's two red ones there, one of those is for domination, the other one is for presence. Being that I'm a Ventrue, I have presence and domination, which basically gives me two different mind control options. The only difference is in the dialogue, really, because it's the same results either way. And once you've told him to come to this alleyway, he will consistently come back here now and again. Well, in this chapter, when you change chapters, he finally gets his car back. But he will start to come over here and linger back occasionally.
Those mothers ripped me off. I'm dying here.
Mercurio.
What? No. I got a record back east. I'm heat day. Don't touch that phone. No goddamn cops. What is this lump? Is this my rib? Oh, holy shit, my rib is poking through my side? Oh, I'm all numb. You gotta look and tell me. Goddamn chemist. Can't trust any operators in LA. I verified him. Organizations seem reliable. Guy mixes up speed. His crew sells it. Occasionally does explosives. I set up a drop. I show up at the beach with the money, right? 4 of these guys, they come out of nowhere. Junkie pricks hit me with a bat. I never should have gone alone. Amateur move. Those cocksuckers beat me rotten, left me for a stiff. I had to crawl to my car, call my ass up here. The vamp blood's the only thing holding me together. Shit. Hold on. You think I'm some amateur? I got their number. Those small-time sons of bitches live out in a dump on the beach. Maybe 4 or 5 of them. Laying in a pool in my own blood and you want friggin' directions. Right, alright. You gotta get it back from them. Yeah, if you could... one more thing. About the deal. I mean it. You tell anyone about this,
Okay, so usually the first thing I do is to go find Mercurio's pain medicine. And that is right across the street. Not there. There.
Hey,
you come over here the first time.
Oh, man.
If you piss this guy off, you miss out on an early quest that can get you a sword. Not a really great sword, but a decent sword, and it's got a little bit more style than going around with a baseball bat. It's sort of it's called a Shingunto. It's kind of an imitation katana. You won't see it in this thing because I won't get his quest in this video. He's going to give you some basic setting information about what is a ghoul and stuff like that. And again, be sure not to piss him off because you miss out on a mission, which gives you a little bit of experience. Stuff like that.
Man, after that first taste of vampire blood, it's like the best. Look, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I want a secret mission from my master.
Knox is a bit smarter than he lets on. Not that that's saying much, but he's quite a bit smarter than he makes himself out to be. You would almost have to be a bit smarter than you make yourself out to be.
Please wait your turn, and you'll be.
When I can, I go for the options that don't require me to use blood. Ah, yes. Make sure to save her life. She becomes your ghoul, and some point in the following chapter, she shows up at your haven and stays with you, and basically you can feed on her, and she brings you stuff. However, you probably don't want to tell her you're a vampire just yet.
You... No, you did something. I feel...
Yep. One of my other characters tells her, "Oh, I'm a vampire." But you probably don't want to do that. She's over there at trick or treatment. You saved the girl in Santa Monica. Look out for her later, as she is now your ghoul. This guy is kind of a jerk. Not a huge jerk, but he is a jerk. Okay. There's a pill. This is not the medicine you need. It's locked. This is locked as well. And it needs 4 lockpicking, which I have 1, and the blood buff can get me up to 3. So I could spend some points on it, but I generally don't. I apparently didn't on this. There we go. I went to increase my persuasion and research. Research is a good thing to increase because...
I'm sorry, miss, but you're going to have to wait outside like...
Yep. Oh, I know what I'm doing here. Yep. Now, these books. You need a certain level of intelligence, of research to use them. You need a certain level of the skill they increase to use them. But, as you can see, it increased my computer skill from 1 to 2, which increases my hacking, I think, to 4. Yep. And the password was Lakers if you don't want to have to do the hacking or look for it. And these emails are kind of fun. And I come over here as if it's reduced in difficulty at all, which it hasn't. And no. And no. Now, this was my first time playing in over a year, so
Get to you when I can.
I had forgotten a couple things. To give that guy some credit, he is treating apparently a guy with a bullet in the head. Now this needs lockpicking of 2. I can blood buff for that. Now you have 2 options to get the medicine for Mercurio. I've only ever managed to do one of them, because the other one requires a rather high lockpicking skill, and I don't usually have it to start. This door is ridiculously hard to pick. Your card's 9. You're not going to have that first. But then again, it will get unlocked later.
Hmm? Your donation could save a life, you know. Oh, but they all come in here with
I
that
do not like
same
this guy.
nonchalant look. With that, who, me, stare, as if they were so clever. Do you think you're the first vampire to... I can accommodate...
Having some blood, he's the person you go to buy blood. Now, one of the quests in here may cause that to go get screwed up. Yes, pick it twice because the difficulty changes each time. No. Pick it once. If you can't do it, then you're going to want to use blood buff. And oh, right. I decided to go upstairs for reasons unknown. And I have to use blood buff up here anyway. Okay, the second option to getting Mercurio's, the one that I've never accomplished, the one that requires a lot of lockpicking, is the one that's upstairs. The one that's...
This area is for hospital staff only. You can let yourself out.
Oh. Careful not to bleed people dry. Okay, here we go. You do not need this for this part of the game. This comes later. So I guess there is the controlled substances thing here. Okay. You don't have to do home to get out. You can just do it. You can just pull out. Okay. Medicine for Mercurio would be in here. Right there. But difficulty 5, which I can't do. There are you can get a character to a difficulty 5 roll, but most of my characters do not have a rank 5 lockpicking feat at the start of the game. So I usually don't end up doing this method. And this was, again, the first time I'd done this in a while. So, oh well. Yep, see, there's my lockpicking. It requires dex and security. And there's nothing in here because the quest that requires this room is not active yet. Don't you feel stupid? I know I did. So I am going to... Oh, look. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, Malcolm's password for me. He wants it to Panacea. You can find notes like this all over the place that give you things. The reason I flashed the menu there is because I sometimes forget that the escape button does not take me out of a note. Lockpicking below 4. Still impossible for this character because she can mostly at most get to 3. But I'm going to try anyway because I didn't read. Oh, he saw me. Okay. Once that guy sees you and decides he's going to start shooting at you, he will shoot at you whenever you show up again. So, if he starts shooting at you, you're going to either avoid this place as much as possible, or you're going to kill him. Oh, that's why it came out. I needed blood. Unfortunately, we have this business guy here. And he is something of a jerk himself, so yeah. And cops show up when a criminal violation occurs, and they will shoot at you if they see you. So be careful. You can see them wandering around all the time, of course. But if you've recently done it, if you see those flashing lights, it's because either it's a story thing, or you've done something and gotten caught doing it. Ah! Curse you!
I told you, I will get to you when I can.
And still can't talk to him. And yes, this door is still locked and unpickable. Yes, you have to go downstairs now. Oh, no, nope, not upstairs. Upstairs didn't work. Go downstairs. Yes, the door. And... nothing. Difficulty 3, you can get to that. Buff. Blood buffing is pretty expensive because you're increasing the dexterity, stamina, and strength. So go in here. This room is empty for now. There's nothing in here of use. Go in here. There's this computer, which isn't really of use for this quest. You can get into it. Passcode, temperature. Oh, there's something funny about that freezer number 3. That's for later. And no passcode because that quest isn't active. It's not going to give you the passcode. Yeah. That quest is not active. You do not get that passcode. Okay. So this is pretty much nothing. That door's locked. Ah, here we go. This is what you want for this quest. The rest of the stuff in this room... Okay. No, you're not going to get your medicine here. Yes, there's lots of these open doors, but nothing in them. And yes, there's this as well. But I don't think there's anything in there worth getting. I haven't really tried this early. The morgue and such are for a later quest. And yes, you can get into the files, but not all the files are there yet. Though the files that are there are rather funny. You have a Bobo, who's from Double Dragon, John Doe. False D. These are all references to something. Apparently choked to death on ham and or cheese. And look at the mirror, the morgue. Oh, why am I? Oh, because I want to get that out of the way. I see. And that elevator doesn't work. This looks like a familiar stairwell, but it's a different one. Because look, oh, on the other side of that unpickable wall door. Ha ha ha. You'd think, being a vampire, that if you can't pick the door, you can bash your way through it, but no. And now you can get into Malcolm's office, and they have medicine there. That's what you need from a curio. And remember, the note downstairs said it was panacea, but I tend to hack if I can. And this, you get to see emails from Malcolm's girlfriend, Paige, while they're talking about thinking that his wife is suspicious of them. I really do need some help studying for my anatomy test. So you get emails from his wife, Trina, and at sol.com. And you got emails from his mistress. Oh, Poe is your ghoul. That's Heather Poe. Ruptured organs, lacerations, internal bleeding, condition critical. Arthur Kilpatrick, he's a character further on. Untreated herpes simplex 2. Marsh, speak about Sixlexia. And M. Barber, I'm not familiar with. Marboperitis, uncurable. Okay. Now that I know about that, I can come over here.
Get out of here.
If your haggle is high enough, you can get more out of him. I tend to always blackmail him because I find him to be a jerk.
Wait now.
Self-important jerk.
Deal. But I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah. If you have a high haggle again, that means a finance and manipulation score, you can get him to 150. But seriously, there isn't much cause to have a high haggle. You can usually get a fair amount of money in this game. I suppose I do run in cases where I run short, but in general, you don't need that much haggle. So, and again, it'd only be $75, which in the long run is not that much. I do not know how this guy keeps refreshing himself. Most NPCs remember how low you drained them before. But he is a high quality victim. Perfect for a Ventrue. Do not like Frenzy. Frenzy is not good. Humanity gained. Yeah, I keep forgetting. See, all those rewards happened all at once, so the character sheet updated. But the messages for updates come one at a time. So you get quest log update, humanity gain, experience gain, money gain, stuff like that, or item lost. But they come only once, or they come one at a time. Oh yes, the cops talking.
I gotta say, it's the second worst thing I've ever seen.
Poor bastard down there is torn in two. By the looks of it, you'd think someone tied him to two horses and raced them in opposite directions. What could you have possibly seen that was worse than what's down there?
It was about 3 years ago. Melody found this guy on the beach. Looked like, I don't know, an end of 10.
Shark bite?
No, seen shark bites. This was something different. Whatever killed him, head was missing, hands were missing, and there were these huge slashes. But
bullshit.
no, guy was literally slashed to ribbons. The worst part was he blanked. Someone was watching me. I swear on my bad shit or something. It was gonna suck. For a second, it was hard to
Maybe it was a werewolf.
Yeah.
Or a vampire.
Some of these side conversations give you hints about what's coming later in the game. Now, talking about hints of upcoming events,
Up there. Through that chain link gate and up those stairs. Those men you're looking for. Never mind. You wouldn't understand.
now all four of these people are
Toby
vampires.
Top's about 1,000 times now. We know we can't hunt round here, alright? We're minding our own business. Now, you should try up there, through that chain link gate. You mean you ain't here to run us off? We're getting pretty sick of it. Someone sighting Domain, or in the worst... Dunno. We all seem to have come down with the same disease. Oh, who am I kidding? We're a bad horror show, alright? We seem to be the runts, the mistakes. You types call us thin bloods. I say we're all equally screwed. Clan? See, I've heard all that before, and I still don't know what the hell anyone's talking about. I'd like to know just what I've become. We'd all like... I just come to town for the surf tournament. Seems like years ago, but it's, well, been about 6 months now. She had a natural beauty. Not like all the plastic dolls glittering the
This
sand.
is a quest line, by the way.
I remember introducing myself. The way she seemed great.
It's one of those few bright
She tried to
spots
tell
of
me what she was.
not quite
I
light
didn't understand.
in the world of darkness.
So she showed me. Furious with her when I took it all in. I cursed her and left. The route. Clinically, yes. But honestly, I don't know. I suppose I'd have moved on. Aye, most of them just recently arrived in LA. Got chased off by the Sabbath or some such thing from their home cities. They're more in the dark than I am. They're a good bunch.
Sabbath.
That's what Lily tried to tell me. But what I don't understand are the rules and the terms and the reasons some of them are at our throats claiming we're having. I hope you had better luck than I did. No one's been particularly friendly to me in this city. Only reason we're in Santa Monica is because we haven't been shut. Oh, we'd appreciate it. Oh, before I forget, name's E. The black-haired beauty over there's Rosa. Sees the future, so she says. That nervous bloke is Copper. One can't speak, so... Seems no one will talk about it. This all started that night in the...
Yeah. All you have to do is get the quest, is get him to tell you where to go. This guy won't give you anything here. He's part of a later quest. But he's... yeah, okay.
Do you know who the head vampire...
If the head vampire dies, we all become human again, right?
Lost Boys.
Oh. But, how about blood transfusions? If I get a full blood transfusion, I can become human again, right?
Near Dark.
What? Oh, no. There's nothing I can do? But how? I don't want it.
Okay, so with that guy, you can sell him a holy stake, or you can sell him vampire blood. Do not jump on the fire. Do not jump on the fire. It will hurt. You can sell him vampire unicorn blood, or you can sell the holy stake, and he will go off and do something horrible or get himself killed, and you will lose humanity.
No, you are going to China.
And you will gain money.
Why is he smiling? The father.
And when I said about hints about what's coming in the future, this lady. Oh, and behind her, the Elizabeth Dane.
On the sea. Oh, on the ground. You found it in the crypt. It's open. Oh, it's open. Oh God. Oh God. Run. Oh God. Run. I'm sorry. Sometimes
that little spiel of hers has a lot about what's going to be happening in the game.
One hand moves the pieces of the game. The winner keeps his hand on the pawn. I don't know what I'm saying. Forget what I say.
I guess she's not a gypsy, she's a Hispanic.
All of us are unfortunate. Every time I sleep, the future plays out before me. I know the ending.
I have not found a way to give her the $100. All your character will give her is 20.
He's not who he says she is, and is going to burn. Dinosaurs. He's furious. The man with the crest. The voice in the darkness. Boss. Chinese brothers. Follow the lights to the end of the tunnel. Where do you want to go?
And yes, all of those relate to what's going on.
All others tread carefully.
So basically what she's saying is the only two people you can trust are Mercurio and Beckett,
but I pity them. You are
who you will meet later.
Those with a lot to say usually have something on their mind. There are many unique individuals around the city.
Basically, if you can start a conversation with someone, you possibly will get a quest out of them.
Don't open it. Whether or not you win the game matters not. It's if you bought it. I see the future, not the past.
Okay.
It's not.
And I keep coming back to this guy as if I might be able to get him to say something. Because I hadn't realized yet that he was part of a quest that's in another chapter, 2 or 3 chapters down. I'm not even up to that point yet in my gameplay. I'm somewhere in the middle of the 2nd chapter right now in my gameplay with all the plans. Okay, this first time, I had not realized that you could talk to these guys. So I ended up killing them all, just going off. And I guess I decided I hadn't decided to make her all totally melee yet. So gun. Bloodlust does nothing for guns. Fortitude is very nice. If you're fighting humans, be sure to try to feed as often as you can and abuse your discipline. That keeps your blood supply high and lets you keep using your disciplines. You will dominate the fight against humans. Sometimes that's harder than it sounds. Dennis is a PhD. He has a lot of blood, so if you can, you probably want to feed on him rather than just outright kill him. You can watch here at how much blood goes up feeding on Dennis. Now, this is one of those exploits that will show up on the news. If you kill all these guys, you'll get on the news about it. If you don't kill them, you won't get on the news. But this is a story quest. This is not a side quest. This is not optional. You have to do this. And I did not get his money. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I apparently did not realize that the money was there this time. Come out, fight the dog. I don't know why I fought the dog. Oh yeah, and let's forget about the $250 that's in the safe. Or the car stereo, or anything else. Yeah, the Ventrue here, probably because this is one of the first times I've had it in a while. I missed out on a lot of stuff. The reason I am not picking up this stuff is because it'll be telling me, you already have that weapon. So like the tire iron or the baseball bat, it's not ammo stuff, so it won't give it to me. The reason it's glowing like that is because my inspection is high enough to point it out to me. If your inspection's low, stuff won't appear glowing like that. It'll still exist, so if you know where its location is, you can still go and grab it, but the computer won't show you it's there.
It's not.
Look at the ocean.
Okay.
Be my guest. Seems no one will talk about it.
Okay, so I'm about to start up this, and I think I'm going to stop and head back in a little bit. Not quite yet, apparently. I haven't remembered. I do know. Yep, now I remembered. Okay. There is a start off of a rather layered side quest that goes up here. Also, if you look up there and he's about to go run off, that was Beckett. The wolf that was up there that I apparently didn't notice this time around because I didn't stay watching long enough to notice him leave. But that wolf that was in the background, that was Beckett. He is not a werewolf. He is a gangrel. He's not like most gangrel you run across in the world of darkness either. And there we go. See the body. See the police standing around the body. And that quest started. There's a quest to find the killer. This cop right here wanders this pier alone. He is a good hunt bait because it is very easy to feed off him without anybody else seeing. And he won't do anything about it either because he doesn't think there's anything wrong with you being there. I'm not sure what I was trying to do here. I guess I was dancing. You do not have to give him a command like that. You can just go up and grab him. If you're low on blood, you can come down to this area and feed him. I think he's only in here for this chapter because, you know, the crime scene thing. But for this chapter, he's a decent 1 or 2 shot use of, or you can come to him once or twice for extra blood. And see, look, the wolf is gone. I'm still trying to find. There's supposed to be somebody else you see in the background, very minor, related to Nox's quest, but I've never seen him. Because one of the things you can say later on to Nox is, yeah, I've seen that guy too. But I never, until I talk to Nox and go on his quest, I never do run